Have you ever wondered just how large the USA gun market really is? Well, let's delve into that. The gun market in the United States is a behemoth generating billions of dollars annually. It's a vast and diverse industry that sells millions of firearms each year. From handguns to rifles, from shotguns to assault weapons, the appetite for firearms in this country is insatiable. The market is dominated by some major players. Companies like Smith & Wesson, Sturm, Ruger & Company, and Remington Outdoor have etched their names in this lucrative market. These companies, among others, supply a wide variety of firearms to cater to the tastes and needs of the American public. So just how big is the USA gun market? It's colossal. The industry's revenue figures run into the tens of billions, and the number of guns sold every year is in the millions. It is clear that the USA gun market is not just substantial, but enormous. So, with such a vast gun market, what are the implications for gun violence in the USA? The correlation between the size of the gun market and the rate of gun violence is a subject of intense debate. Let's delve into some numbers. Each year, tens of thousands of lives are tragically lost due to gun violence, and many more people are injured. The ripple effects of this violence touch every corner of our society. Different communities and demographics are impacted in unique ways. Some areas, particularly those with higher levels of poverty and social inequality, experience higher rates of gun violence. Young adults, particularly young men, are disproportionately affected, representing a significant portion of both victims and perpetrators. Yet the debate is not one-sided. Some argue that a larger gun market does not necessarily lead to more violence. They point to other factors like socioeconomic status and education as more influential drivers of gun violence. They also emphasize that the vast majority of gun owners are law-abiding citizens who use their firearms responsibly. On the other side of the argument are those who see a direct relationship between the size of the gun market and the rate of gun violence. They argue that more guns mean more opportunities for violence, whether intentional or accidental. They point to studies that suggest states with more guns tend to have more gun deaths, and countries with stricter gun control laws have fewer gun-related fatalities. The debate also extends to the types of guns available in the market. Some argue that certain types of firearms, such as semi-automatic rifles, are more likely to be used in mass shootings and should therefore be more strictly regulated. In the end, it's important to remember that behind every statistic is a human story, a life impacted by gun violence. These are not just numbers. They are mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, friends, and neighbors. The relationship between the size of the USA gun market and gun violence is a complex and contentious issue. But it's a conversation we need to have, as understanding this relationship is crucial in our ongoing efforts to reduce gun violence and create safer communities. What does the future hold for the USA gun market and gun violence? It's a question that sparks debates, stirs emotions, and leaves many of us searching for answers. As we peer into the crystal ball of the future, several potential trends begin to emerge. On one hand, the USA gun market is bracing for a wave of technological advancements. Smart guns, equipped with biometric technology that allows only the registered owner to fire, are slowly gaining traction. This innovation could potentially reduce accidental shootings and unauthorized use of firearms, offering a glimmer of hope. On the other side of the coin, changes in legislation could significantly reshape the gun market. Increasingly, voices are being raised for stricter gun control laws, background checks, and limitations on high-capacity magazines. These legislative shifts could curb the accessibility of firearms, thereby influencing the dynamics of the market. Public opinion, often a powerful driver of change, is also shifting. More and more people are rallying behind the need for gun control, driven by the urgency to stem the tide of gun violence. This shift in sentiment could further fuel legislative changes and impact the market trends. In addition to these, efforts are being ramped up to tackle gun violence head-on. From increased regulation to improved mental health care, different strategies are being explored. Community initiatives are springing up, focusing on violence prevention and conflict resolution. These grassroots efforts could potentially play a significant role in reducing gun violence. However, the future is not set in stone. Depending on various scenarios, the gun industry and the rate of gun violence could take different paths. Will the technological advancements outweigh the legislative changes? Will the public opinion sway the balance towards stricter gun control? Or will the efforts to combat gun violence finally begin to pay off? Only time will tell what the future holds for the USA gun market and gun violence. However, one thing is certain. This is a topic that will continue to be at the forefront of national discussion.